What up, it's your boy Dvrth back at it again for another video. Today we're here with To Your Eternity Season 2, Episode 1. Not last episode, because we're in Season 2. But To Your Eternity was, Season 1 was a great showing of the story of Fushi. We're going to continue that. I'm just wondering how far ahead we're going to be. Last episode, or the last episode of season 1, we got a bit of a time skip. Fushi's a lot older, and he seems to be a lot more proficient at killing the knockers. So it seems that the knockers are not even at a bit of a stalemate. It seems like they're at a bit of a disadvantage right now. Whatever Fushi is doing now, or however Fushi has learned how to combat the knockers, it seems like it's a little bit too much for him. So this is prime time for the knockers to start innovating themselves a little bit more, but also Fushi seeming to be a little like, and I don't think I talked about this in the last discussion for episode 20, but Fushi seems to be a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he killed one of them, he was just laughing. So like, I don't know if that means that he's lost it a little bit, or he's just like, so he's just really over it, or maybe it's just funny how quickly they die now. And maybe it's just him gaining a little bit of personality outside of being the immortal. So really interested in seeing where this goes. I'm really interested in seeing what has become of the world within this time, because that's one of the more interesting things when you're talking about stories about immortals, is like, how's the world changing around them, as well as how do they change with the world changing around them. And hopefully well, I was about to say, hopefully we get a new set of friends and more companions, but I don't want that. Knowing the show, I don't want a new set of friends and more companions. No, I don't want that. I want Fushi to stay by himself. Because we know how this fucking show is, and it's gonna kill off some good people. So I guess we're gonna just get into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more To Your Eternity or something totally different, the best place to that in is always my social media links, going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, or the full length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Links going to be in the description for that as well. We also have Discord if you want to join that and talk more To Your Eternity or anything else that we're watching on the channel. So with that, with all that being said, let's get our headphones, make sure that they're on, them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Whose voice is this? Yeah, he lost a lot of niggas. Damn. Please don't let it be somebody we know. Oh, let it be somebody that I know. Please don't let it be nobody that I don't think I'm supposed to watch this. Somebody just let me know if I can watch this, but I'm so glad they kept this song. But somebody let me know if I can watch this or not. I don't know if I can or not, so I'm not gonna look at it. I'm so glad they kept this song. Oh my god. But I'm also mad that they kept this song, because now I still want to really watch it. And in the last episode of season 1, I got to the last episode and I was like, maybe I can watch it without being spoiled, because the last episode, there's no way that I would be spoiled. And yeah, I was kind of spoiled. I mean, Pjordan died, and like, I guess was that a spoiler? I don't know. I don't think it was a spoiler. But yeah, let me know if I can actually watch this without being spoiled. I don't know. Hopefully, because I really want to watch this. And Fury. Did I say Infatuation? Infatuation Reborn? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Oh Lord Jesus! Oh shit! Okay. Minky! What the fuck you thought this was? Is that my dog? Is that a knocker? Is he eating that? 40 years. Yat. So when you're able to replicate that ocean, replicate that? You want to make him a god? Oh shit. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh. Oh shit, yeah, he got washed up. Oh shit. Oh. Nice. This is pretty as fuck. Buddies. Okay. Okay. God damn it. Yo. Oh fuck. Oh my god, it's in the fucking trees. Jesus. Oh yeah. 40 years, that's a long time, dude. Right, my dog Sandal, my dog Tanari. The Boozman's dead. Boozman's dead. Jesus. I mean, yeah, because you're not. I don't think you are the main goal. I think you're just a bigger fish. Who the fuck? Oh shit. Oh shit, it was. I was so afraid of that. Fuck her. Yeah, fuck her. We didn't value that one. This is so interesting hearing this from Fushi. Oh wow, yeah, that's true. Oh god. Oh, she's back. Oh no, she's literally back. Oh my god, this is what I was afraid of. Knocker jerky, Jesus. Fuck no. Last time we ate that, we fucking knocked out. Or at least March knocked out. Oh my god. She did. She did do it. Yes, yes, they merged. Oh my god. It made a fuck. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say. That's insane. So they did like form a symbiotic relationship. The five from the huh? Call it reincarnation. What? What is that? Why is it? It moves a vessel. Let's call it souls and spirit. Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! It's free to do as it wants. Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! So she literally rebirthed herself. Oh fuck. This is a lot. This is a lot. This is very interesting. I don't know. That's real shit. You want to have your own destiny. Okay, well, she's some type of useful. I mean, I knew she would be, but still. Leaguard. That's really my dog. That's Tanari and Sandal. God damn, Tanari, they got you looking right. Yeah, like who else are you, bro? Wait, is this Tanari? Is this Tanari? It has been 40 years. It has been 4 years, and this lady is. Ah, so folklore and fairy tales are already setting into their culture. Oh, fuck. That is horrible looking. So is this not Tanari? Okay, sorry. Oh, you just brought up a tolerance to it as well? I don't think that shit actually works in real life, but like I see what she's saying. Western Morning Glory. Holy fuck. Oh shit. Yeah, I don't think that actually works, but like I see what she's doing. That's definitely Tanari. Come on, that's definitely Tanari. Just 40 years older, I guess. Oh my god, she is. Ooh. Oh my god. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, that's the demon on God. Ooh. Damn. Oh, it's my dog. Oh, it's my dog in the back. Oh. What the fuck? Goo Goo. Reen. Is that Reen? No, that's not Reen. Who the fuck is that? This shit. Ooh, this shit kind of hard. I ain't about to lie. Look at my dog Goo Goo just posted up. No, it's not Reen. My dog Goo Goo posted up. Got Leaguer at the top. I fuck with it. Oh my god, what's wrong with your eyes? Ooh. I like that. I like that. I really like. No. I like that ED. I really like that ED. That was good. That was good. Okay. All right. There it is. Where do we start? Okay. So 40 years later, Fushi is about 54. Yeah, about 54. Damn. Okay, so not immediately, but very quickly after Pyoran died, Fushi took her advice and did what he wanted to do, right? Went off, became a crab, and lived a simple life as a crab underwater, right? He was under the sea. And while it was a simple life, it would seem that he was quickly thrusted back into the life of fighting the knockers. The thing about him being thrust so quickly into this is that it's pretty much his calling is to fight the knockers. So it wasn't surprising that he was so quickly thrown back into it. What was interesting in this episode is that once he was thrown back into it and he had to fight another one, he seemed to quickly regret it, right? In a way that he felt bad about, as he said, fighting on top of the other corpses, right? Which is also understandable because that's basically how he's living off the top of other corpses, and that in itself is a very jaded way to see how he's living life, right? For me at least, and for I'm sure a lot of other people, we kind of saw the whole Fushi turning into other people thing to be more of a good thing, of him bringing lost and loved ones along the way with his journey. But very, very quickly, not very quickly because it's been 40 years, but at least for Fushi as an immortal, very quickly it turned into something negative. And maybe it was always something negative for Fushi, but what I will say is that it became something negative for Fushi, um, because now he's seeing it as something unfair to him, or not to him, to other people, I should say. And it's like the show is showing us that the time that Fushi spent alone almost jaded him in a way, to the point that he is kind of edgier, which is to be expected for somebody who spent decades alone, right? It's totally to be expected, but it's still sad to see him see the other sacrifices and the others' lives, and him see them as like a, not a hindrance, but like a, oh, that's such a negative thing that I'm living on top of these lives. No, you're not living on top of them. Is that these people have propelled you towards a future for yourself, right? These people are coming along with you, along for the ride. You're taking them along the journey, right? These people will never die because they will always be remembered. Like I said, that's a more positive way to look at it. But Fushi being alone for so long and not actually living life with other people has jaded him into thinking that that's more of a negative thing. So that was really sad to see. But on the more action-y side, I guess you could say, is that the knockers came quick. Like they pulled up quick and in a hurry, and they are already attacking other people. Now, we've said this before, but Fushi kind of brings it up in this episode where he's like, why aren't they attacking me? Why are they just attacking somebody far away? And here there's two reasons why, at least two reasons that I think that is. One is that the Fushi is not the ultimate goal. Fushi is just a bigger fish that they seem to need to fry either now or later, right? It's not that Fushi is the big end all be all catch. He's just a bigger fish than others that they plan on catching, right? And two is that if they do want Fushi, if they do plan on doing something with Fushi, for some reason attacking this island would bring him over to it, in which would kick off whatever plan they have, right? Now what that may be, who knows, but it may just be like a thing of, yeah, we just need you over here, so we're going to attack this group of people over here and then have you come this way, right? Either way, it's still bad. Or we don't know. It's like I keep saying, we don't know if it's bad or not yet. We just know that we don't want people to die. But one of the most important things that happened in this episode is that we got Hisame, who is the granddaughter of Hayase. Now, we said this before, where I saw Hayase's obsession with Fushi, and there was no way that would continue. Like, there's just no way that would that the whole thing of, or there's no way that would end. I should say there's no way that Hayase's love and obsession for Fushi would end at her death. It was always very apparent to me that since we're dealing with an immortal protagonist and a not so immortal antagonist, the only way for Hayase to continue to pursue Fushi is through her lineage, and that's exactly what she did. Is that she had a symbiotic relationship with the knocker, who she's now passing down like generation to generation, and two, she's continuing the praise and the religion almost of Fushi. She's continuing to spread the gospel of Fushi to her descendants. She's making sure that gospel is spread to her descendants. Not only that, but it seems like she may have took it a step further and actually reincarnated herself into those descendants. Now, the thing about reincarnating herself, or the possibility of her reincarnating herself with us, learning about the Phi and stuff like that, is that when Pyoron was asked to be reincarnated, the creator basically gave her a short speech of like, yo, when you change your form, like the human form is not meant to be changed, right? When you change your form, you may not be the same person, right? And so if I think that little talk that Pyoron and the creator had is important for Hisame, I think is her name. Hisame, is that Fushi seems to not be too sure about Hisame, rightfully so, because he doesn't know whether this is more of Hayase's obsession, or this is Hisame's own person just taking on living how she wants to live, which is to continue the religion of that Hayase started, right? And in a lot of ways, because of the whole way that reincarnation works, it's neither and both, because if she did reincarnate herself into being Hisame, it's still a different person because your soul changes when your form changes. And if it's just a Hisame herself, she's still an independent person. Like she's still a person, not something that's being controlled by Hayase. Now, has she been brainwashed by the gospel of Fushi and that Hayase has been spouting through decades? Maybe. Who knows? I can't say for sure just yet. But I know she's been heavily influenced. I'll say that much. But we still have much to learn about whether Hisame. Well, I think for sure Hisame is her own person, right? I think it's more of just like whether Hisame wants to be. How much of her own person does Hisame want to be, right? I guess another thing that we should talk about is the whole like symbiotic relationship that Hayase's descendants now have with this knocker, where it's passed down and they keep it on them for whatever reason. Which is, I mean, it's weird, but it is interesting the type of relationship that they have now, because now we have a knocker that has a surefire way of getting to Fushi, right? And since the knockers are intelligent, we know that they could probably, as a group, work in tandem with each other. So it's not far-fetched that this knocker was just, communicating to other knockers like, yo, I got Fushi, don't worry, I found a way to at least like zone in on him. Like I figured it out, don't worry, y'all can go kill other people, it's cool, I got this, right? And so far it's right. It led him right to right to Fushi. Um, and of course, the Knockers want to get rid of Fushi because has the potential to be what I'm going to assume is like the antithesis of what they want, right? Fushi being as the creator said, Fushi being having the potential to preserve life on this earth, right? Now what that means, we got a bit of a hint to it where the knockers seem to be abominations of life and stuff like that. They can't create or anything like that. They can only destroy and take over and stuff like that, like parasites. Fushi, the creator, basically says you'll be at a point in which, you'll be at that point where you can recreate the sea, right? Which is a very godly thing to do. Recreating the sea is a very godly thing to do. Like only an elder god would be able to do something like that. But also they say he says that not only does he need to recreate the sea, but know that it's his, right? And that itself is a really interesting way to put it, is that not just that you have to recreate it, but you have to know that it's his. Now, whether he means like, oh, know that it's your creation, or know that you yourself had a hand in creating it, or maybe having pride in creating it, something like that. I like I said, I couldn't tell you. I just know that it is interesting that basically what the end goal for Fushi is for the creator to make another creator, is what it seems like. And it's really weird, right? Because we don't know the true form of the creator. Like, I'm going to assume that that's not its real form, because when we see the creator talk, its lips don't move or anything like that, and it kind of like resembles a mask of some sort. So we don't, I think that's more or less the show saying, you don't actually know the true form of the creator, right? And because the creator seems to have just explained, like, the main goal, like the end goal for you, Fushi, is to basically like become me. But we don't know if we know. I mean, I'm sure the creator could do all that shit, right? But it seems like for now, at least, the main goal of the creator is to make Fushi into the perfect him. Which, like, who knows why? Because like, as far as I've been theorizing, that the creator isn't the only one, or at least he wasn't always the only one, right? And that might be why he's trying to make more creators. But that's something that's more up in the air, right? That's not something that we could hone in on specifically. What I will say is that I really the thing that I really like about Hisame joining the cast for now is that it doesn't have to stop at Hisame, right? Hisame could just be the jumping off point for us to learn about other generations of Hayase. Now the thing about Hayase in other generations, that each one, at least from Hayase to Hisame, each one shows a different, I don't want to say a different form of love, but shows love in different ways. Hayase was more obsessive, and while Hisame is obsessive, it's a little bit different. It's mostly because Hisame gets Hisame gets a new lease on life. She's young, and as she explains to Fushi, is that since she's young, she can have new experience for the first time, and she can learn how to do things for the first time, and she can learn differently from what how others have done it, right? Which is a very stark contrast from how Fushi saw it, which was a lot more negative. So with Hisame being this new version of Hayase, while yes, she still has that same like obsessive infatuation, I guess is the best way to put it, since as the episode kind of put it, that she still has that same infatuation. It can be expressed in different ways, but in that same vein, Fushi can learn how to react to those different ways that the infatuation is expressed, and in a lot of ways that can further Fushi's growth as a character, as a human being, because there will be different ways to handle like these different types of infatuation, where we had Hayase where we're just kind of like, yo, leave me alone, don't never contact me again, and all this other stuff. And we have Hisame, so far we're more or less just trying to build up a tolerance to it, and trying to kind of coexist for now, right? And who's to say that there won't be more descendants after Hisame who will have even are more different ways to show their infatuation, obsession, or love, right? And then that will be a different way that we'll have to respond to it. So that I think that's one of the more interesting parts of this episode, is just getting basically a new Hayase, and getting to hear about how their folklore is now being crafted. Because in a lot of ways, what's gonna happen if it keeps happening like this, in a lot of ways, what Fushi is gonna end up being is this world's like Jesus, where people are going to have like different stories about him, and like other people are gonna be like, nah, he was kind of like this, and like Hayase's clan is gonna be like, nah, that nigga was he was so different, like this was how he was all kind, you know what I'm saying, he was never like, you know, he showed kindness to everybody, he was never mean or nothing like that. Because when Hisame came up to Fushi for the first time, it was like, oh yeah, my grandma died before I was alive, and Fushi was like, ah, fucker. And it was just so out of character for him in her eyes, because she's like, well, the text always said that you were really nice to everybody. You're like, so why are you reacting like that? But yeah, if folklore is setting in this quickly, who knows what kind of stories will be told about Fushi by the time he's creating oceans, you know? So really interesting stuff. Great. I'm so happy to have Tonari back. I should probably say that. I'm really happy to have Tonari back, and at the same time not happy to have Tonari back, because you know how this show goes, and I genuinely do not feel like enduring that again. But knowing this show, we're headed that way anyway, right? I'm guessing Tonari's like, fuck, it's been 40 years. Tonari was, what was Tonari, 12 or 12? I think Tonari was like 12 or 11 when we last saw her. So she's like, what, 51 now? Which is crazy, because I didn't think it was Tonari for a second, because I was like, oh man, she looks pretty young, but no, she just looks good for her age. Sandal, you know, great to have him back too, or at least I'm going to assume that Sandal. Didn't really say what her name was, but unless this isn't Tonari, like this actually isn't Tonari, and it's just like her no, because Nah, it's Tanari. It's Tanari. They even said it was Tanari, right? Like, cause okay, yeah, they even said it was Tanari. I'm tripping. But yeah, good to have Tanari back. Really happy about that, but also not too happy about that because I don't want to lose anybody. But that's inevitable in this show. Man, they started this season with a lot, and I mean a lot. There's probably so much that I missed, that we'll probably just have to revisit in the next episode. But dear God, this season started off with a fuck ton. A couple things were confirmed for us, but also a couple things, a couple questions were asked here. We got, I want to say lastly, like, talking about the whole Phi thing and everything once again solidifies the whole idea of the spirits still being around Fushi after they die. And now that we know that Fushi can kind of can sense those spirits, it'll be interesting to see what exactly he does with that information. I know that like not a long time ago, but a couple episodes ago, I threw around the idea that if he can actually interact with these spirits and he can actually create clones or like vessels of the dead, could he take the spirits and just put them back in like before they move on or whatever? Like, I'm sure it's too late for a lot of people, but like it's still a possibility, especially now that we're actually talking about the actual word for the spirits and stuff like that. All is just like really interesting stuff, because there's a lot of stuff going on in this show, and sometimes it's almost impossible to talk about everything, but really interesting stuff that have been brought up in like the first episode. This season is definitely going to give us a lot to talk about, it seems. So if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more to your eternity or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. We also have the full length reaction on Patreon, and we have Discord if you want to join that as well. So with all that being said, let me get my off button ready. There it is. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.